Alright, hey, Hades Omega here, and welcome to another Hades Omega Redshift SM39 video, alright? So in this video, we're going to change out the handlebars again, alright? So if you remember in a previous video, I changed the handlebar out for a Protaper Contour ATV High band bar, right? It was gifted to me by Errol, alright? A dude I raced with in Reno, and he hooked me up with them just to try them out. And you know what? I like them, however, they're too tall. Alright, so that's my gripe about it. I tried looking for ATV low bar, and they're kind of hard to find, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on another bar. Alright, so like I said, I got that one for free, and then we're gonna try this one out. Alright, so I found this on eBay for about 50 bucks, not too far from where I live too. It's the same bar, it's a Protaper Contour, but it's a CR high bend. Alright, so, and I looked at the specs, and the CR high bend is about like an inch lower than the ATV High. Alright, even though it says high, it's not as high as the ATV High. Alright, if you've ever ridden a ATV, the handlebars are pretty high because you kind of sit kind of low in it, you know. So don't get me wrong, I like the ATV bars, they're great. I have a set of them on my KLX, and for a mini bike, I think they work. All right, the high bars work for a mini bike, but for a bigger bike, I don't really need that tall a bar, especially a supermoto, where we're probably not going to be spending all that much time standing. Okay, so you're probably going to be sitting most of the time. I feel a lower bar is better, but I mean, I like it. I like the way it handles better with the narrower bars, and I don't mind it being high. The only thing what we found out was for drag racing, all right, or launching the bike, the front would come up a lot more than it did with the lower handlebars. So if I could just find a lower bar, you know, that's the same width, but it's just lower, I think that would be perfect. All right, I would be happy with that. It would be easy for me to launch the bike because I would have had no problems launching the bike before, man. This thing launched like easily, all right, and the front wouldn't come up all that much. I'm sure if you pulled up on the handlebar, yeah, it's gonna come up, man, but yeah, if you do your part, it won't come up. But this one, I noticed it's significantly harder to launch. All right, so and we got to get that whole shot, all right, guys. And yeah, for drag racing also, you don't want the front coming up for drag racing. I've drag raced this a bunch of times already, and probably about 50-50 the front might come up. That's what I say. All right, it depends on how fast you are on the throttle type of thing. But yeah, so we're gonna go with this bar. Like I said, I'll put the exact specs, the differences between the ATV High and the CR High bar. All right, so I think CR means it's for like a Honda, all right, like a CR 250 or something. All right, and then I'll put the specs right below right now. Okay. Okay, yeah, did you get that? Yeah, so the CR High is very similar to the ATV bend, but it's lower, all right? It's about an inch lower, and I noted, like, I think this is like in between the stock bar and the ATV bar, all right? So I think it would be perfect. If I could drop the bars 1 inch, it would be perfect. I'd be happy with it. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Hey, let's go take a closer look at it, and then I'll just go and install it. Okay, so here's the bars in question. All right, so let's put it. Okay, Protaper Contour. It says CR High. Okay, they're kind of beat up. Not gonna lie, but they're used, but they look straight. So yeah, I'm just gonna put like the hand guards on it and everything, so it's gonna cover up most of the scratches. Okay, here's a quick comparison to the ATV handlebar. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of overlay it, try to get them the same height, so there they are. Okay, So you can see they're lower, all right? They're lower by about an inch, and I think that would be perfect. Also, this is not Hayes Omega's first CR high bend bar. I have CR high bend bars in 7/8, all right, with the crossbar and everything, and I like it. That's why I kind of like my go-to bar. They say the majority of people, they use the CR high, and I do like the CR highs. Okay, so yeah, there it is. As you can see, it's quite a bit lower actually. So it's good. It sweeps back. I think it sweeps back a little bit more though. So we'll see. We'll see if I like it. All right. So Hayes Omega is going to go ahead and install it, and then I'll sit on it and I'll give a comparison. All right. But yeah, this is part of the build vlog. So, like I said, I like these bars, but they're too tall. All right. If we could find an ATV low, maybe that would be perfect. So maybe I'll be looking for that, but we'll see how this guy does first. Okay. And it's the same bar. I know it's good. Hayes Omega. Okay, so before we start, I just want to know how wide the bar is. That was the main reason we were changing the bars, because they're too damn wide. So, alright, I'm just going to go from here to here, and I've got 30 1/2. Alright, so 30 1/2, and then I'm going to measure this one. Here to here. Well, this one's 31 1/2. This one's actually an inch longer, so what I might do is I might cut half of it. We can do that later though. So these are actually an inch wider. Don't know if I like that. Yeah, it's almost the same. It's almost the same width as yeah, it's almost the same width as the whatchamacallit, the stock bar. So it doesn't really help all that much, man. So what I might wind up doing is cutting it. Well, let's just install it first, and I'll see how I like it. So this one is 30 1/2, and the other one is 31 1/2. So it's actually an inch longer. What we could do is just cut half an inch off the other bar. Okay, so I might go do that. Okay, they also got these plastic plugs in it. We'll take them off. It looks like these bars have been down, but I think it should be fine. They're not too beat up. Yeah, it's got these rubber plugs in it. Don't need them because we got handguards. So. Okay. Have Protaper. These are Protaper bar ends. Alright, here's me here, and this is what I got going on here. So I'm kind of lining up the bars together, and you can see the difference. So it's much lower. It also sweeps downward a lot. So it's like an inch lower, yeah. But it is wider. So I think what I'm going to do is cut the handlebar half an inch on each side. Okay. So you want the shorter bars. So. Okay, so that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to get the pipe cutter and cut it. Okay, I've gone ahead and marked the handlebars half an inch, all right, 0.5 inches. So that should cut the bar down by 1 inch, right? Okay, so I've cut the bar down by, I'm going to cut the bar down by half an inch on each side. That should be 1 inch total, all right? That should get us 30 1/2, all right? I marked it off here and here, all right? And that's where we're going to use this guy, pipe cutter. Alright, I've used it to cut mountain bike handlebars. I don't know how good it's going to work on a motorcycle. There it is. I'm working a tool. I listen it just for you guys. See what's going on. Okay. Just keep on doing that until we cut all the way through. Alright, jump da da da. There it is. Maybe I can use that for some kind of spacer later, but there it is. The tool kind of messes up the inside. Maybe I had it the wrong way. Yeah, I think I have to have it the other way. Well, that's okay. It's no big deal. Okay, yeah, we'll clean up the inside a little bit. There's a lot of burrs in there. Okay, I'll do the other side now. What a workout that is. All right, I got the other one out. Okay, yeah, let me go measure how much we cut real quick. Oops, I cut it a little more than half.
It's a 0.6, so we're gonna cut the bars actually 1.2 inches. That's fine, whatever. All right. Okay, there they are, side by side, or like one on top of the other. So the CR is on the bottom, the ATV is on the top, and you can see it's actually quite a bit shorter than the other one. Damn it. Okay, so I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, but like it wound up being shorter than the other one. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's not too short. What I'm worried about is the handguard's not fitting. So maybe I don't think we should have cut the bars, man. But when I measured it, let me go measure it again. Okay, so I just measured it with the tape measure again, and they're both 30.5, right on the money. So I don't know why this one looks way shorter than that. It's probably because of the way this bar sweeps. The sweep is a little different than the ATV bar. Okay, anyway, yeah, so let's go put it on. Okay, got it on there. I sat on the bike and I got it how I want it, and we're gonna go ahead and just put everything back on. Okay. All right. Alright, he's bigger here. So I don't think this is gonna work, damn it. So here's the deal. I cut it too much. Alright, I cut it too much, and the control surfaces are not long enough. Alright, so this gets pushed, the brake lever gets pushed into the part it's bending, and it's no good. So the lever gets tweaked upwards. Now I tried to stick the lever right next to the throttle, and I put the starter on the other side, but it's not going to work. There's too much stuff hanging off the side of the brake master cylinder. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to see if I can get it all in there. I'm kind of gonna have to call it for tonight. Unfortunately, we're only like halfway, man. So yeah, man. I think we're gonna have to put the other bar back on. Damn it. So not happy, man. So I measured this one. The control surfaces are 7 1/4 inches, and this one is like 6 1/4 or something. 6 3/4. So that ½ inch that we cut off, or the 1.2 inches that we cut off, was too much, unfortunately. That extra ½ inch would have made a big difference. So I hate to say it, we're probably gonna have to buy another handlebar. If you want a lower handlebar, it is bigger. It looked like this was gonna work pretty good, but I cut it, so I shouldn't have cut it. I thought it was wider, but not really. It was actually almost the same. So I know the problem is the control surfaces aren't long enough. Yeah, so I don't think this is gonna work, but I'll try to get everything on, as much stuff on there as possible, and then we'll see what happens, man. If not, we'll just put the old bars back on. All right, he's Mega here, and there it is, guys. I got it together, man. There is just not enough room on there. I had to take the spacers out for the thingy, because they're way in there, and it's almost touching the fork too. Yeah, this one is almost touching the fork. Yeah, dude. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna go find another set of bars. but there it is. I don't know, for whatever reason this one went much farther in than this one. I'm sure I cut them evenly. I think I even cut them evenly. I'm not sure, man. But yeah, there it is, man. So we'll have to take it for a test ride. So this is not ideal. This side is okay. I hate to say it, I think I will get another handlebar. We can use this handlebar for something else, man. But for now we'll take it out and we'll try it. But it's not ideal. I'm planning to get a left-hand rear brake in the future, and I need the extra space on the handlebar for the control. So, I mean, a dirt bike won't have this, all right? And a dirt bike, well, I guess this has to have this. So, no matter what, this is gonna have this. So, yeah, you need the the problem is the control surface. The control surface is not that long on these handlebars. So, is what I'm gonna say. So yeah, I didn't expect that. So that one is still fine. So we shouldn't have cut this. I think if we didn't cut this, it would have been perfect. So damn it. So I hate to say it, I'm gonna go find another handlebar just like this. Okay. But for now, we'll try it out. It's not, like I said, it's not ideal. Once you drop this one's okay. There's no throttle on this side, but once you drop this, so what's going on here is, well, you know what we could do, I thought about is we could cut the throttle a little bit. See how much extra throttle tube there is sticking out here? We can cut this extra part out so it won't touch this. All right, so the bad part is, if you were to drop the bike and you were to hit the handguard, it would go in, it would push the mount for the handguard into, it would push the handguard into the throttle, and the throttle would get stuck, okay? And that could be really dangerous, right? If the throttle gets stuck open, the bike will just keep on running, all right? And it'll be no good, all right? So like that's a safety thing. For now, it's okay. As long as we don't drop the bike on the right side, we'll be fine. All right, so, but I can't guarantee that that won't happen, okay? Especially for like racing and stuff. So yeah, it's not ideal. We'll just have to get another handlebar. I shouldn't have cut it, man. So we'll try this again with another handlebar. But for now, we'll take it for a spin. Actually, I sat on it, and yeah, it makes the bike feel smaller for one thing. To have a lower handlebar, I think this is the perfect bend for this bike. I like this. Okay, so, but I will have to. We'll ride around the neighborhood type video, and I'll let you guys know what it's like. Okay, but for now, I think that's it. All right, so here's what it looks like while you're sitting on the bike. It still looks pretty wide, right? This part is long, but this part is not long enough for the control. So yeah, if we had that extra half inch, it would have been perfect, man. So I hate to say it, we've got to get another handlebar. We can use this handlebar for something else, man, but this is not going to work, unfortunately. Alternatively, what we could do is I could add a bunch of washers to this. If I add enough washers to this to push this out, and then that way if this falls, because like I said, the mount for the handlebar is floating in there, all right? So I pulled it out enough where this doesn't touch, and then I tightened it, so the clamp it expands inside, right? So, but if you took the throttle out, or if you could see through the throttle, you would see that the mount is sticking out a lot, all right? It's like there's probably like half an inch sticking out, right? So when you drop the bike, if you apply a lot of force to this will push, all right? This will push into here, and it'll stick your throttle will get stuck, okay? And you don't want that, all right? So for a safety thing, I mean, this will work for now, like I said, but for a safety thing, I can't have that, all right? So we're going to get another handlebar, all right? And we're not going to cut it next time. So, all right, damn it, I know, it looks good, I like it, but yeah, it's just if it was just a half inch wider or an inch wider, then it would have been perfect, all right? But yeah, it looks okay. So we'll try it out. We can ride it around on the street like this, but for racing, I don't think this is good. This is not good, because once you drop it, I haven't dropped it on this side yet, man, but once you drop it on here, it's going to push that stuff into there. And like I said, alternatively, we could cut the throttle tube, all right? But do you really want to cut this throttle tube? This is not a cheap throttle. Yeah, it's all bad. I kind of don't want to do that. But as you can see, the grip is actually too small for this throttle. Okay, so I cut the thing right at the end, and it's still not enough. All right, but yeah, it just I feel that if it was a little bit wider, it would have been perfect. So I hate to say it, we're gonna have to find another handlebar. All right, but anyway, there it is. That's it for tonight, guys. In the next clip, Hayes Mega's gonna take it for a spin around the neighborhood. Well, we'll take it for a spin, and I'll let you guys know how it is. All right, but I did like these handlebars, but like I said, launching it was not good. Well, so we'll do a bunch of launches with this, and then we'll see how it is. Or you know what? I'll just take it drag racing. You know, we could try a drag racing on Wednesday, because I think there's a drag race on Wednesday. So we'll try it out, see how it is launching, and then if my theory is correct, if the handlebar is lower, it makes it easier to launch, right? If the front never comes up, then we're fine. Alternatively, what we could do is just cut this handlebar, the stock handlebar, down. Look how much wider the stock handlebar is, guys. Here's the stock neck and handlebar. Yeah, it's way wider. Look at that. It's like it's literally, it's like 2 inches wider. Yeah, it's like, this one is like 2 inches wider. It's much lower too. Look at how much lower it is. It's way lower. If I rotate it forward, maybe not too much, but yeah, it's way lower. So that's why we were able to launch it so nicely before. This is practically a drag bar, guys. It's straight almost. Look at that. Yeah, it looks like a mountain bike handlebar. It's a drag bar, man. That's why they call it a drag bar. It's good for drag racing, guys. So, but what I could do is measure the control surface on this, and if it's just like the ATV bar, I think we'll be okay. Maybe we'll just cut this bar then. That's what I should have done in the first place. Just cut the stock bar down. All right, so that's it for tonight. In the next clip, Hayes Mega will make another video where we'll take it for a test ride. I will put a link at the end of this video if you guys want to watch that. All right, Hayes Mega out. Oh yeah, so another thing I wanted to mention is, yeah, the brake is kind of funky. Like, see the angle that the brake is? It's at a different angle than the handlebar. so it's because it's not in the right spot, man. It's just barely on the right. It's at the point where like the handlebar starts curving like this, so that's why it's no good. But I mean, it's okay, I guess. It's not a big deal. Truth be told, I don't like this brake lever. I kind of want to get like a 2-finger lever. I feel it's too big. I had to do this to get it to fit, you know. But I think no matter what, it's not gonna fit because this sticks out so much. But if I can get a shorter lever, I'll get one. And like I said, in the future, Hades Omega is planning to get a left-hand rear brake, so I need all that. I need that control surface, and there's not enough. Look, maybe you could put a left-hand rear brake on that because we were able to fit this one, but yeah, man, I don't know.
Okay, guys,
right.
I can't sleep tonight, and so I'm fixing the handlebars.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just put these back in. We're gonna use these as spacers. So we're gonna stick that in there like so. Oh boy, it's okay. I'm gonna fix this first. I'm gonna grind this until that fits in there without touching. All right. So when I cut this with the pipe cutter, it flared it out. So, and you can see I've already grinded it. It's still not enough. so I'm gonna grind it some more until that doesn't rub on that. Okay, it's not good. We're just gonna stick that in there, and then that'll let us move this out a little bit. All right, and then we can then we'll stick this in there. All right. So really the only part that touches is the very edge. All right, so I think it'll be okay. What do you think, guys? Anyway, I'll let you guys know how it turns out. But yeah, basically we're gonna use, remember I said yeah, we could stick a bunch of washers in there. well I'm just gonna put this back in. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. It's gonna go in like so. Okay. Wow, sure sticks out a whole lot more. I've got a lot more handlebar. And voila, okay. There. So now we've got that extra ½ inch. So that's how the handlebar was supposed to be. So now I could move the throttle out to like here or something. All right. And then we can start shifting everything to the right. It's still kind of thing, you know. Well, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just the bend of the handlebars. I'm not sure. The ATV band handlebars seem like they fit a lot better. But anyway, I'm going to shift everything over to the right a little bit. Okay, there we go. There we have it. I don't know, for whatever reason, man. I don't remember it looked like that. But the handguard's a little bit lower than this. This is fine. Yeah, I wish this was a little higher. Maybe I can adjust it later, but... Alright, that's what it looks like with the spacer on there. Yeah, the controls is just right. So I'll say I actually scooched the brake over to the left a little. I think I gotta get a smaller brake lever, man. This brake is too big, man. I don't like it. I'm definitely gonna look for a smaller brake lever than that. Hopefully I can find one. It's a Brembo lever, so good luck. All right, I think I'll do the other side tomorrow, but the other side is not as important as this side. So now I fixed the problem where if the bike goes down and it hits the handguard, or if it rotates or whatever, it won't get shoved. This part, all right, the actual handguard part won't get shoved into the throttle, and it won't go stuck. Okay, so there you go. Pretty cool. All right, so I guess that'll work for now. I won't have to buy new handlebars. All right.
All right, hey, it's Mickey here. I just got back from a DoorDash. I DoorDashed in the daytime and in the evening on the Redshift. All right, we didn't go too far, but yeah. So in the last clip, I just took it around and did a test ride around the block and everything. And yeah, so here's my thoughts on it. It feels a lot like the stock handlebar. I kind of don't like it, man. It feels wider. It feels wider than the ATV bars. I kind of liked it when it was higher, man. But it's definitely easier to launch when it's lower. I like the ergonomics with the higher handlebars. This is all I'll say, man. So I'm not sure. I'm kind of conflicted because it doesn't launch very good. You know, maybe we could lower the front, maybe. But it definitely launches better lower like this. So, Ace Mega will keep these handlebars on here for a while, and we'll see how I like them. I will be on the lookout for like a ATV low bar. All right, they make an ATV high, ATV mid, and an ATV low. I like the bend. I think it's the bend of the bar. All right, this bar kind of sweeps in a weird way, and it kind of hurts my wrist a little bit. Also, one thing I forgot to put the cramp buster back on, man. Where is that thing? Yeah, I'll put it back on. I don't have the cramp buster on here, but yeah. I forgot to put the cramp buster on. We're gonna go drag racing tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know how that did, and you can watch a drag racing video too. But I'll let you know in the clip after this how well it did for drag racing. All right, that's the main reason I wanted to swap the handlebars to a lower handlebar, because it makes it easier to launch. All right, it definitely does make it easier to launch. I never felt the front come up at all, man. It's super easy to launch with low bars. So that's the trade-off. I like how the higher bars ride. I like that it's narrower and it's easier to split lanes. I felt like this almost feels like the stock handlebar. All right, so I think the stock handlebar is probably like close to a CR high bend. I think it's a KTM bend is what it is. All right, but I'm not sure. But I don't like it. The control surfaces are smaller on this bar than the ATV bars. So. Alright, so I'm on the lookout for some ATV low bars. They're really hard to find, alright? ATV high is the most easy to find one, alright? But I'm going to try to find a low ATV bar. And I think that might be the ticket, alright? Apparently it's easy to find used handlebars, you know. Even a brand new handlebar on ATV low, it's hard to find. So I'll be on the lookout for it. In the meantime, we'll stick with this. We're going to try some drag racing tomorrow, alright? So I'll let you know how that goes in the next clip. So here's the bike. Have I changed anything from it since last time? Yes. Yeah, the main reason I wanted to take this, I actually changed the handlebars. All right. So I installed. So just a few days ago, like 2 days ago, I installed a Protaper Contour CR high bend bar. All right. So the CR high bend is actually it's even though it says high, it's an inch lower than the ATV bars. ATVs usually have really tall bars because they're not very tall, okay? And I thought like, oh yeah, that'll work good. However, it's wider than the ATV bars. I actually like the ATV bars. So if I can find an ATV bar that's lower but the same width, then I think I hit the sweet spot, or as I say, all right. But anyway, yeah, we were trying it out, all right. And spoilers, it worked pretty good, all right. Lowering the handlebars just an inch made it launching the bike a lot easier. All right? So that was the big difference from last time. I wanted to try it with the most power, so I could see if I could wrangle in that power with the lower handlebars, and we're actually on the first pass. I do remember on the first pass. We did come up a little bit, all right? The wheel did come up a little bit, but it went down right away, all right? So it wasn't, I don't really think it affected our ET at all, all right? I didn't have to back off on the power. The front come up and front came down right away, so, but surprisingly, yeah, it did came up, so we had to make sure it didn't come up again.